Hey, Mr. Eddy, go ahead and put my background. Hold on 1 second.
I was about to
Yeah,
like, oh, let's go. You have your nice. Let's go. How have you been, my buddy?
I'm
Welcome.
doing.
This is the first time I'm doing the Zoom version of these podcasts, so everything is new. I'm still getting used to all the gimmicks and plans. Let me see if this. I have this tiny 4K camera going here. Um,
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to set it up, but it's the battery is out, so it needs to be charged. Wow, that's a start to an interesting podcast. How are you today, Abdul? Tell me.
I'm doing wonderful today. How you doing?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for asking. Welcome to Eddy4Shot's podcast. I am literally wearing a brand right now. I should probably cover that up. I just
Now,
but fuck it, it's a podcast. You can be anything you want it to be. You grow from there and you leave. Let's do this video in a video. Start the first podcast. Starting out well. Let's see. I'm gonna set it up. Give me a few seconds. All right. There we go. We have it working. Let's see. Adjust the trim. Okay. All right. I don't know, but that seems to be working. It's not really straight, but I'm recording. I want to see if I can. By the time I'll bring the camera over here and get the angle from that side. Let me see. I'll connect my viewfinder of my watch. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. We have full control. Let me show you what it looks like. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. Nice.
And let me control lightning to right just a bit. Let's see. How about here? All right. We have control of lighting. Let me do that. All right. So let me know. Tell me about yourself, sir.
Got you. My name is Abdul Muhammad. I'm the author of Profit for Profit: 9 Keys to Gain Success for Millennials Through Personal Development. Um, my whole mission and goal is to empower people, motivate people, and inspire people. What triggered me and inspired me to write the book is about 4 or 5 years ago, I was in California at a WWDC conference, at Apple Worldwide Web Developer Conference. And I met a 9-year-old boy who knew how to code very well. And then I met a lady who was 67, I believe, and who knew how to code as well. And it taught me something that no matter how old you are, you can still learn something and still be excellent at it. Time after time, we've seen a lot of people build wealth in their later years. So it showed me that I needed to do something for the world in order to inspire them and leave a legacy. So my book, Profit for Profit, 9 Keys to Personal Development, is all about inspiring people. I'm actually going to show here for 1 second. Let me pull to get the book. I should have some copies with me. Yes. So yeah, this is the book right here.
Give me a second. Let me
Yes.
turn the camera around. You can see the book.
Yep. This is the book right here. Um, I'll show it to you. Yep. This is the book right here. Nine Keys to Gain Success Through Personal Development. It can be purchased on Amazon. And this book right here has a lot of personal development tips. As you can see, I'll show you guys a sneak peek of it. What I have as far as the chapters, so you kind of get a gist of what you're looking at. So a couple, if we're looking at, as you can see here, we talk about love, self-belief, confidence, the art of manifesting thoughts, law of discipline, gratitude, and follow one course until successful. So to be honest, my goal and objective with the book is just to inspire people, leave a legacy. I think we're all meant here to make people's life better. We're all meant to lighten other people's life, be a candle and a beacon of light to someone. And I posted something recently and it said that
That's deep.
remember, always remember what you're doing because there's somebody watching you and inspired by what you're doing. So everything we're doing from FlyEd on the Wall podcast and what I have going on, it's all for the greater benefit of society. So this is powerful.
Tell me what you have going on. Yeah, you have a podcast such as this, Flight on the Wall podcast. Basically talking about Flight on your podcast. I guess I can do a shameless plug here.
Yeah.
Flight on the Wall podcast is the concept came to me when I was in the bed right one day. I was thinking, I was like, see, what would it be to be a fly on the wall in a conversation that it's really important, like an interview or something. There are certain sly remarks that pass you by during the day or things that you want to think
Right.
about, things like that. And it popped into my head, okay, let's make that the topic of the podcast. And podcast is all full of chips and, kinks in its armor, but it's going to grow, it's going to get better.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Sure.
Tell me about yours.
Got you. So to be honest, I did two shows. I kind of took a step back in order to work on my second book that just came out, but I'm gonna start the
Oh, wow.
podcast back up.
You have two.
Um, yeah, so the second book came out actually February the second, the first, and it wasn't planned. It was supposed to come out on January. It's supposed to come out on January the 31st, but what happened was we had some publishing issues. But guess what? The book came out on Black History Month, so that's a beautiful thing right
That's
there.
beautiful.
Right, it came out on Black History Month.
That
The book is called Own Yourself. Own
only.
Yourself. Own Yourself. The keys to developing, the keys to mastering your life and developing sovereignty. So this book, I'm actually gonna give you two of those copies, Profit for Profit and Own Yourself. I just ordered some Own Yourself books, so I'll be granting that to the podcast Fly Ed on the Wall. So you guys will be able to review it and check it out as a gift to me.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so I only did two podcasts and I took a step back because I started late 2021. But I like to collaborate in spaces like this, help people. The first one I did it with her name was Karima. She does culinary arts design for like a lot of different venues and whatnot. And then I did one with a good DMV real estate person in the DMV. And actually, the funny thing is they're both Nigerian. And I was actually just thinking, I have a lot of Nigerian friends, man. Nigerians in the West African community are very powerful, moving forward, very very uh, motivated individuals and people who just want to see better. So that's a great question.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing that and telling us about the podcast. That gives us something to look forward to. Especially me, I love listening to inciting, motivating talks. And how better is to hear it from someone who I know, from the background, and like that is really, really motivating. That is amazing to hear. I'm 100% impressed that my boys did things. I'm so proud. I've known you for what, close to about 3 years now,
Yeah.
right? That's right, 3 years, and it's been amazing this whole time. I'm like, who is this gentleman? He is full of exciting things. He's full of ideas. He's ready to move the needle forward, so to speak. Yeah, yeah, and that is really keen and interesting to me. Um,
Thank you.
starting,
I get it.
I'm starting a new book right here.
Oh, what's the name of it?
It's unnamed yet, so that's how new it is.
Oh wow. Oh, hey, this is your first the first paragraph of your own book that you will release one day.
Yes, one day it will be
Yeah.
released. This is like it's being in session. It has like a pen on the side and everything. I wrote,
Nice.
I did use it as a little bit of a jotter, and I just made the the last inscription right now, and I turned it into some piece of art with just a couple strokes of the
Wow.
pen. So it says script one anyway, so I might as well begin what it is. So tell me, since you're the first person here, you get the first line. I'll give you something because this book is going to be made with the words and the statements or the impact that I see from people who I meet on this, for example, through this podcast like
Right.
Zoom, or maybe if I'm on the street and I get hear something insightful, I'll write it down. So my first line I'm gonna say, like, oh, Nigerian, how would I say, movies in the old, how they used to start, it to be to God be the glory.
Yes.
To God be the glory. Let me see how if that was caught on camera. Oh, this is a good view. Not bad. So yes, moving on. Next is tell me about your your upbringing. Like, what's your childhood like? Where did you grow up? And I'll tell you about my childhood. Like for me, I grew up in Enugu State. Uh, Although I did live in Lagos for the like bigger part of my childhood. I was born in Enugu State in Apugo, which is my village, Apugo in Kano West local government area. It is somewhere I'm going to put up like a little like a map or something over here, or maybe over here, depending on what YouTube wants it to be. Somewhere like, and then it to be with pointers whenever we finally edit it. you know. Yeah, so we'll point it out and we point out and when we finally edit it. But first, I guess we should address the elephant in the room, the gap in my tooth. Right?
He said that. Even I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it.
Uh-huh.
I don't notice it. I can't
Yeah.
see it. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I lost the battle with the chicken bone.
Ooh. Ah, nice, nice, nice. That was a
Yeah, it
harsh.
was a tough one. The tough one.
one.
I'm gonna write it there. Alrighty, begin. So tell me about your childhood side.
Yeah. So my childhood growing up, I grew up here in Maryland, in the College Park area. I grew up with had a older sister, but she's back in Ghana. Had a younger sister and had a younger brother. Uh, Actually, I would say my younger brother has autism. So growing up, I would say I would say kind of like different for me because growing up, if you have a brother, um, you guys supposed to bond and do a lot of things together. But growing up, I had to be mature very quickly to start taking care of my brother when my parents would go to work and whatnot. So it kind of gave me a different mindset. That's actually one of my propelling factors of, just in being an inspiration in life and being able to use my voice to inspire. Because since my brother is nonverbal, even though he's full of joy, always smiling, it showed me that like in life, like regardless of your situation, if you can find the best outlook on it and just be happy and be content and be in great gratitude, you will move forward. So my childhood was pretty good, a working parent. My dad's mechanic. My mom worked at Costco, good work, hardworking people, and taught me some great values and whatnot. Went to school. You know, Sometimes when we're young, we don't want to listen to our parents. But now as I'm growing older, I realize everything my parents told me was true. So I really take heed to that. Like my parents really helped me to see a good outlook on life, and then having a little sister too as well. That really influenced me too as well. Just to have that dynamic. I have my brother, now I have my sister. So just growing up with them as a sibling, being the older brother, I had to grow up fast and take some responsibilities. Then from there, I graduated at High Point High School over here in Beltsville. I was raised in Ghana actually for a little bit as a kid. I'll go back like during the summer times of the year and just say 3-4 months. So I really got a lot of my youth was in Ghana, which was good. That gave me like a good, well-balanced upbringing. I had the best of both worlds. I got to see the culture in Ghana, and I the culture over here. So it really developed me well. So I wasn't just Americanized, Afro Americanized. That's what I'm gonna call it, Afro Americanized, because I had the mixture of both.
Afro-Americanized. I like how you use that word, Afro-Americanized. I'm using an Afro-Americanized.
Made it up, guys. It's not even it's not a real word. Not a real word at all.
Afro-Americanized. It is now, it is a word that you have thought of in your mind. It means something. You can define it based on the context you are using. Yeah,
Right.
it is a word now. Oh, yeah. This has been truly enlightening. I come from a family just like yours, nuclear. Me and my brothers. I have three now siblings, two junior brothers. They are similar in age, and one little one who is about 4 years old. Is beautiful. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and growing up, I definitely encountered all the sibling rivalries. I encountered all the um, bullying and stuff when I was a kid, but my brothers were like my rock when they helped me and they talk to me and give me insight on how to handle stuff. Even though they were less than me, they were much bigger than me and they were in control of their peers at that time when they were in high school. I wasn't as privileged, so to speak, to do that. And it is wonderful and beautiful in the sense that I've been able to grow up with them, and we are going to keep basically the same living space for the past 3, 4, 5 years now since coming to America, and it's been really amazing. I'm very very blessed for that. No, I do want to thank you so much for joining us uh, on Eddy4Shot podcast.
Now, brother, I appreciate you allowing me to join the podcast. Uh, this has been an amazing experience. Just telling people about what we have going on and inspiring them. And what you're doing is very powerful because you're using your gift and your talent to inspire and motivate the world through your words and your presence. And that right there is priceless. I want you to keep on doing this and just keep on inspiring. This is powerful. And before I go, I want to leave the audience one of my favorite quotes that I got from my mentor, Raj Dibazar, but he got from maybe mentors and people from a long time ago. every day in every way is getting better and better. If you can say that to yourself, every day in every way is getting better and better, no matter what situation you are facing in life, you know that it's gonna get better and better.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful quote. I'm definitely giving it to you as the most wonderful quote of today. I give you this, man. This is your piece of Eddy4Shot. I'll give it to
Oh,
you when I finally get to see you. And let me bring it to the camera so the camera can see. Clear. Hold on, let me remove the blur effect. Give me a second. This is boom. All right.
nice. That's nice. I like you. Yeah, I like that.
So, a little piece of your words animated, and when we do another episode, definitely I'm going to invite you for definitely many more in the future. uh we need you back on the show because you are full of insights, and I know this is like a short one. uh
Right.
I'll make it even more complex and more intricate, it will be so beautiful when it's done.
Got it. No, thank you so much for allowing me to be on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you for picking up my call and hearing me out. We start small. We climb these ever, complex steps, but
Mhm.
we will get there one day, and we are pushing harder and harder, and we got this.
Wow, I love it.
Thank you. Please let me end this call now. This is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you so much
Okay.
for joining us, Eddie, for sure.
Thank you.
Light on the
That,
world. Nice.
take care.
All right. Take care.